Yes, dear respected youngsters, join again today too in this most auspicious undertaking of studying Bhagavad Gita. Let us invoke Gita's Kripa, Vyasa Bhagavan's Kripa, Lord Krishna's Kripa, and the Kripa of all Gurus Acharyas to bless us so that the deep, complete purport of Bhagavad Gita we are able to grasp and we are able to also understand its need, necessity, relevance in our life. Then let us invoke their blessings that whatever we have understood, we should have all the abilities, talents, guts, readinesses to practice what we have learned. Because only when we become practical in our knowledge gained, worldly as well as spiritual, that the blessings of that knowledge, the fulfillment of that knowledge happens. Otherwise, what's the difference between a parrot talking all the words? Parrot also says Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Sri Krishna Sharanam, but उसको कोई उसका फर्क नहीं पड़ता. और a tape recorder, है ना, 10-20 times you play the tape record, it will go on saying the same thing. But उससे tape record को तो मोक्ष तो नहीं मिलता. Or the knowledge is in the book. So the book should get the moksha. The book should get the result of it if the book is having knowledge. No, it is the practice of that knowledge which makes the knowledge bless us. So may we ask the Lord to bless us in this also. So I really appreciate your efforts of being regular, because of which relentlessly from last 307 days we are doing Gita. One day was gap, that's all, because of Corona or something. But otherwise, all 307 days we had class. Because of which only we have come up to now 10th chapter. Half portion is over. Now the Vibhuthis we have to see. And I really wish and pray that keep up this tempo, keep up that inspiration of gathering the knowledge of our Shastras, which is a tough job. Desire to gather any knowledge itself is a laziness. No, we don't desire it all. Mushkil hai, impulse. Among that desire to know Gita is more greater welcomed desire. And you are really putting efforts to be regular, to listen, really appreciation worthy. What I suggest is, in this way, go on exposing to this knowledge of Gita and great Shastras. Thus, blossom yourself in the authentic knowledge. And mind you, that knowledge alone protects you from yourself, from the world, from the falling down. And that knowledge alone keeps you tuned to the ultimate goal and inspires you to do the greater and higher things. That's the way a human being can evolve. I really wish you, I congratulate you for this thing. And I thank you that because of you, I am also studying Bhagavad Gita. So let us not be egoistic that we are studying, nor we have to be guilty also that fully we are not practicing. Still, we should feel bad that at least something we are not studying or practicing, and also you feel happy that थोड़ा हम तो पढ़ रहे हैं. पढ़ने का आनंद होना है, लेकिन गर्व नहीं होना है. नई साधना करने का गिल्ट नहीं होना, लेकिन फीलिंग होना है, यार कर भी ले. Let us do something what is studied in Gita. Now comes for you the opportunity that this 10th chapter gives the Vibhuthis for us to practice. So these 72 Vibhuthis which we started, take 5 minutes every day for Vibhuti Upasana. So the Lord told, I am this in this, this in this. Just keep saying for you 4-5 minutes, as said by the Lord, my faith on Him, that in this form the Lord alone is there. That way, everything is God. That is our ultimate goal. But you can't generalize it and again take every word as real, forgetting the God which everybody does. सब भगवान है बोलते हैं, लेकिन भगवान के प्रति जो भक्ति श्रद्धा होना है वो कहीं भी नहीं होता. If something you take it as Bhagwan, you should worship. And if you take whole world as Bhagwan, you should worship the whole world. But instead of worshipping the world, you are only having worship with the world. Only fighting, only desiring. That means your word that everything is God is only meaningless word. Therefore, the need of starting genuinely to practice the presence of the Lord in one by one thing, starting with the vibhutis. And here, whichever the vibhuti abhyasa we do, throughout life. For that vibhuti of God, we have to have respectful, reverential, upasana salutation. So that thing is removed from our mind as an object of the world. That thing is replaced in our mind as the expression of Bhagavan. Like so many stones, one stone is taken and made as idol of God. It is not now one of the stones. It is Bhagavan's murti. In the same way, everything, a part of the gold is made as earring. So it is earring now. It is not any other thing. So, through the Vibhuti Upasana, these things now should gather the knowledge, practice in us that they are expression of God. Nothing contradictory to that, nothing opposite to that, we should think. That's the actual Upasana of Vibhutis. Keep on doing, you will start seeing the divinity everywhere. And really you have to worship. If you say the Ganga ji is Bhagavan ka expression hai, don't say I understood the Stotrasa Amasmi Jahnavi. So Bhagavan says I am Ganges in all rivers, so I agree. You are not obliging to agree to God. Actually go to Ganga Maya, do Ganga Upasana, take dubki in Ganga Maya, take that water to drink, pour on the head and take the water and do the Anjali to first mother, Ganga and all Surya Bhagavan Ityadi, then chant the Ganga Stotra, then pray to her. In this way, do till the Ganga Maya becomes pratyaksha to you. This is called as Vibhuti Upasana. विभूति उपासना इज जबरदस्त नॉट ए जबरदस्ती थोपड़ थिंग ऑन यू कि जैसे दूसरे रिलीजन में और होता है ना ऑलरेडी इट इज गॉड इन दैट फॉर्म वी आर ओनली रिमाइंडेड टू प्रैक्टिस द ट्रूथ कोई सेंटिमेंटल इमोशन नहीं है कन्वर्शन नहीं है ये तलवार पकड़ के करेगा तो नहीं मारूंगा तुमको हाँ 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 एवरीथिंग इज गॉड गॉड इन दिस फॉर्म इज देयर general understanding we have but then the particular feeling and experience that it is God is not there we are practicing that vibhuti. That's the idea. ठीक है listen all that या जो अभी बताया हमने 2-3 बार सुनो. Then we will see again at the time of explaining the vibhutis बीच बीच में जो भी अच्छे अच्छे विचार आएंगे we will share. Now let's start. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Akantaya Kalyana Nidhaye Nidhayerthinam Shri Venkatanivasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam. लक्ष्मी सविभ्रमालोक शुभ्रो विभ्रमचक्षुषे चक्षुषे सर्वलोकानां वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम्. मङ्गलाशासनपरैर्मदाचार्य पुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्यैः सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम्. ओम नमो वेंकटेशाय पुरुषाय महात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. ओम बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्. Today, along with our everyday shlokas, we have remembered Bhagwan Balaji Tirupati Venkateshwara Swami Kaliyuga Daivam. Then we chanted a mantra for Lord Sri Hanumanji. Same things when we do with the bhavana, devotion born out of the meaning known, and with conscious alertness, with so much of love, dedication, faith, when we chant, we can really see Bhagwan's Kripa. Bhagwan खुद भी आकर दर्शन दे सकते हैं. We know what to do, but how to do when we know and to do actually what we know, then we'll really get the greater and greater things. Keeping that in mind only every day, we are learning some or the other slokams and also toward the end, the stotram. Okay. Now, like every day, today too, we have 3 topics. One is Bhagavad Gita, second one is common sense thought, third is the Sharada Stotram, Saraswati Stotram. We have seen 5 mantras, today the 6th mantra, very simple but very cute one, we will learn. And what is the common sense thought? Let us see what Bhagavan gives at that time. Mm. Mm. Right now, first one is Bhagavad Gita. No, very simple, very quick, very fast. We can do the things now because there's only enumeration. We are into 10th chapter called as Vibhuti Yoga. So all the yoga is taught to us. Yoga means discovery of the Lord's understanding about Lord, the presence of God. Theoretically, we have understood up to this mantra number uh, uh, 18, 19, 20. Up to 11 mantras, Bhagwan talked about his greatness and glory. I will not repeat all of that. After that, for few shlokas, Arjuna did the praise of the Lord and requested him. That we will see. What Arjuna's request? Vaktum arhasi asheshena divyahi atma vimutayaha. Your divine vibhutis, please tell us all of them. Yabhir vibhutivihi lokaniman tvam vyapya tishtasi. Those vibhutis with which you are permeating the whole world. This is what Arjuna asked. So to Katham Vidyamaham Yogin Tvam Sada Parichintayan. I know through contemplation we will come to know you. But how the contemplation has to be done? I mean, Keshu Keshu Cha Bhaveshu Chintyosi. Bhava means beings or the forms or names of the world in which we are Chintana has to be done. Why say this question Arjuna need not ask? Why? Because anything he takes as God is correct. Because everything is God. He can at his own way select. Like Upanishad mein kahin bhi or Puran. Any mantra you can take and chant. Because everything is mantra. But then why do we go to Guru? Why do we get that mantra upadesha, diksha from the Guru? Because when Guru gives the diksha of that mantra, two, three things happen. First thing is what ki Guru feels his tapas shakti, both in the mantra as well as in you, and if at all he is giving any mala to do the japa, which is a very, very powerful, important helping thing. Guru feels of his mantra, his shakti, tapas shakti, sankalpa shakti, anugraha shakti, all of them. And also the Vigna Nivarana Shakti. He puts while giving that mantra upadesha to disciple अपने जीवन का कुछ काल का समस्या का फल वो उनको दे देते हैं to that disciple. So great thing. That's the one reason. Even though any mantra we can chant, anything is mantra only, but we have to take from the Guru. Second benefit is what when we take it from the Guru is ki because we are devoted to the Guru, out of that obligation or out of that compulsion or out of that sentiment or out of devotion, we do that upasana or that japa because Guru ने कहा. अदरवाइज क्या होगा इफ इट इज बाय योर ओन चॉइस जब मूड है वी विल डू जब मूड नहीं है तो हम नहीं करेंगे अब गुरु ने कहा हर दिन कहो मूड हो या ना हो यू डू एवरी डे एंड यू ऑल नो द सीक्रेट सो फार ओनली दैट थिंग्स व्हिच आर डन एवरी डे गिव अस बेनिफिट स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड इज नियम निष्ठा व्रता अनुष्ठान से एवरी डे करना नो बिकॉज गुरु गेव अस दो आई विल नॉट कीप एनी अल्टरनेटिव और चॉइस then that's what makes my mind to be shut up. Otherwise the mind will go on giving lot of suggestions. यार आज का और कल का मिलके कल करेंगे या परसों करेंगे या नहीं करे तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता आफ्टर मैंने ही सेलेक्ट किया ना किसी ने तो बोला ही नहीं था मेरे को तो मैं ही खुद छोड़ देता हूँ in so many ways the mind can make a person stop doing that sadhana if he chooses it by his own. That is why the Guru, when he gives the Upadesha, out of the obligation to Guru, devotion to the Guru, we become committed, we become regular, we become sincere in doing, and that regular, sincere doing alone helps us. Then slowly it becomes a habit and a routine. In routine and a habit, we have to become spiritual. That's how one grows spiritually. And in India, as a Sanatana Dharmi, for us, everything is spiritual first. There's nothing called worldly. For us, खेत में जोत कर चावल उगाना भी स्पिरिचुअल है फिर उसको घर ले आना भी वो स्पिरिचुअल है cooking that rice as a food also is spiritual then offering it to the Lord also is divine spiritual ourselves taking as prasada there's nothing which is not spiritual for our Indians therefore by habit we have to get that vision of being spiritual for that when you take the diksha from the Guru that helps. It makes you do consistently. You will not be compromising it. ज़्यादा नींद भी आए थक गए बुखार हुआ फिर भी गुरु told I will do. Is it not? that makes you stronger, committed, inspired. Go through all tough phases and obstacles without compromising with your sadhana. Because my Guru told, and then Guru will be always with you when you are doing what he says. So, because of these benefits, we are supposed to take mantra from the Guru. Same way here. When Arjuna knows Param Brahma, Parandhama, Pavitram Param Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam, all of that when he says, he knows everything is God. And yet, why should he ask, please tell us your vibhutis? The same answer which we told you last 5 minutes. Ki, when Bhagavan himself tells Arjuna, do the upasana of me, my presence in this vibhuti, it becomes authentic to Arjuna. And he comes under the obligation also. To do the upasana of Lord through vibhuti, that obligation only blesses us. Just like the obligation destroys us in the world. That your friends have called you for drink party, you are not interested, you are teetotaler, but out of obligation you went. Slowly became a habit and you destroyed. So to positively spirituality also, when it is obligation, it will help you. Parents have taken to you temple, so you went out of obligation, but that helps you. So too, you have your father told you go and listen to Swamiji's class on Geetha. So you came out of obligation, but that helps you in gaining Geetha knowledge, common sense knowledge, Saraswati Sutram, Stotram, etc. In the same way, the Lord is giving over the Vibhutis. So out of obligation, at least Arjuna does the practice, and benefit is beneficiary has gone. Bhagavan is not the beneficiary. The sadhana is not beneficiary. I am the one who is going to benefit when I do that. Is it not? And Bhagavan be, if you give a chance to him, the best and easy of the vibhutis he will tell. I have to unnecessarily search. And because I searched without knowledge, every time I try to do, the doubts will come. Yeah, I consider this as Lord's vibhuti and upasana. Who is doing it? My own mind. Same mind says, यार ये नहीं होगा दूसरे में जाओ, ये नहीं हो तीसरे में तीसरा. Like when I go to shopping for my buying something, I always doubt कौन सा करूँ क्या करूँ. But my father or mother or somebody said, बेटा उसी दुकान में जाकर वही लेके आओ. So I have no doubt. I'll go to that shop, give the money, and get that thing and come back. In the same way, to avoid the distraction of the choices, to avoid being lazy or irresponsible or irregular or insincerity, and to also get the power of the Lord in doing the upasana and also in the mantra. Here, with the vibhutis, please bataiye aisa, Arjuna has asked Krishna. And Krishna knows. He did not tell me, तुमको पता है कि मैं सब में जो भी चाहिए वो करो. सब करो सब मैं ही हूँ ऐसा नहीं कहा उन्होंने जनरल सेंटेंस he has not only obliged Arjuna's question of telling Vibhuti, but in fact that is the way that when he specifically says it becomes easier for the disciple bhakta to do the upasana. तो भगवान को पता है गुरु से लेना है और अर्जुना कंसिडर मी एज गुरु एंड इज आस्किंग मी तो आई विल टेल हिम व्हाट आर द विभूतिस ही वुड हैव सेड तो चार बोलकर बाकी तो देख ले रे बाबा. He gave the ultimate vibhuti in the first two sutras, two vibhutis, and if that cannot be done, the alternatives in running into 70, 71, he went on giving, see, such a huge list. Same Bhagavan gives 110 vibhutis around, I think, in a Bhagavat Mahapuran. Vahavi, in one of the chapter in 11th Skandha, Uddhavji asks there like Arjuna here. Exactly what Arjuna asked and Krishna told here. Same thing Uddhavji asked there, Krishna tells in Bhagavatam. This 18th chapter Gita, there is more than 24 chapters. All these Bhakti, Karma, Jnana, Yoga, Sankhya, बहुत सारे चीज वहां इसमें जो नहीं है वो भी है उधर. Therefore, in our life also, even though we know some things, we should ask some authority for final permission and empowerment and give improved suggestions if required. इसलिए wise people ना they either directly ask the elders and do what they say or they think about something, come to some understanding. With that they go to the gurus and they say महाराज हमको ये करना है, हमको करने का मन लग रहा है. What do you say? Is it right or wrong? If it is wrong or ruthlessly says no, not don't do this, you will be only destroyed. Then if it's right, he says yes, go through, but then do these changes, add this or edit this or remove this or improve this and do it, then you'll get the benefit. इसलिए हमें कभी निर्णय नहीं लेना साधना का, हमें गुरुओं को मांगकर पूछकर उनके द्वारा सुनकर वही करना. In that there is no ego involved. There is a humbleness, surrender, commitment, conviction. The out of obligation doing the sadhana, out of respect also. Lord gave me to do, then out of respect I do. That's the highest way of doing. If I do some work given by my guru and I do it because I respect my guru, out of respect I do, this is the highest way of doing. for the respect and reverence sake doing is the highest thing. So because of these reasons, Arjuna asked Krishna, tell me the vibhutis. Clear? Then next one is what? Ki vistarena atmanah yogam vibhutimcha. Oh Lord, in your Vistruti, tell me your vibhuti and yoga. So in this chapter, vibhutis are shown. In the 11th chapter, we'll see the yoga of the Lord, wherein whole world is found in the Lord. In the 10th chapter, Lord is to be found in everything. So एक एक चीज में भगवान को देखना विभूतियां है, भगवान में ये सब कुछ देखना योग है. So in many, one Lord is yoga sthiti. In one Lord, the many is called as the vibhuti sthiti. One Lord in many is what we are seeing, the yoga sthiti. And many in the one is called yoga, will be told in the next. So here Arjuna दोनों पूछा कि विस्तरेण आत्मनः योगम and विभूतिम च. हे जनार्दन भूयः कथय, please tell me again and again clearly. Truptirhi shunvata nasti me amritam. Your words are like amrita because it is you speak with so much love and sweetness and kindness. Second, the theme of your talk is the amrita sarupa paramatma only. Therefore, I am not trupta or contented. Therefore, you don't worry. You keep on telling me it. Not only I am asking you now, even when I don't ask in future chapters, wherever required possible, you need go on give me the vibhutis. I'll do the practice of it. So this is how 3 shlokas Arjun ke the. Then Bhagwan in the first shloka said, 19th wale mein, Hanta idanim, now te kathayishyami divyahi atma vibhutaya. I am telling you my vibhutis. Please remember right from beginning, every vibhuti is of mine is as divya divine I am, so too they are. If you don't maintain that reverential, respectful attitude of every vibhuti, knowing that it is a divine vibhuti, expression of the Lord, then you won't develop that devotion and attitude of surrender, without which it won't appeal to me, then I will not bless you. Divyaha. All the vibhutis I am going to tell are divine they are. So keep that reverential, respectful attitude while doing that vibhuti sadhana. Simple vibhuti sadhana means taking that as God and going on saying it is God, God, God. Still, till about it, the impression in the heart is it is Bhagwan only. इसको विभूति उपासना कहते हैं. So simple to do, but you have to do. If you do it, is very effective. You have to be sincere. That's it. Many things are easier to be done, but we are lazy and insincere. Therefore, we are not able to do. Okay, give up that laziness, be sincere, and start doing my upadhis. Upasana of my vibhutis. So Bhagavan says, Antate kathaishyami divyahi atma vibhutayaha. All my divine vibhutis, I will tell you some of them. Pradhanyata. Pradhana, I will tell you. Pradhana means I'll just think in my mind and call out the variety of categories. So from that I tell you. So that is why from mountains one, rivers one, birds one, animals one, human beings one, the devatas one, rishis one, natural things one. तो एक एक कैटेगरी लेकर भगवान एक एक विभूति देते हैं. That's meaning of प्राधान्यता. प्रधान रूपेण. Remaining once you are master of this, you just do the vibhuti upasana. Everything has him only. Like among trees, if you do the upasana, then Ashwatha Vriksha is me. Once you establish in your heart that this Ashwatha, though is looking like this tree, apart from Lord, but in and to that, the Lord alone is there because I have done the upasana, that this is a vibhuti of God. Because without God, the tree can't do. After doing this, don't stop there. It's your choice now to add 2 more trees, 3 more trees, 4 more trees in the vibhuti. I don't mind. Later on, every tree in the whole universe is nothing but Bhagwan's expression. So do that vibhuti sadhana. Finally, everything in the world is Lord's vibhuti. Other than him, there is nothing real independent. To that beautiful conviction and even experience, we have to come. It will happen to us. When we genuinely, seriously do this vibhuti practice. So Bhagavan says, Hanta means idanim, now te to you, kathaishyami, I will tell you, divyahi, divine, atma vibhutayaha, my own various expression. Vibhuti means expression. Like I am talking, it's my vibhuti. Again, I listen, that's my vibhuti. Then I will do the singing, I will do the dance, cooking. Every one of them are my own expressions. They are called my own variety. Bhuti means रहना, vibhuti means अलग अलग तरह से दिखना. Bhuti is to be. Vibhuti is expressing many ways. Like Bhava means to there, to be there. Some Bhava means to be there, expressing specifically. Like Bhagwan is Bhavami. But as Rama and Krishna, some Bhavami. Bhagwan is eternally there. But specially comes as Rama and Krishna Avtara for the sake of doing the removal of the negative, establishing the positive and dharma. Here also, Bhuti is Bhagwan already there, everywhere. But Vibhuti is a special Rupena is there for us to recognize and do Upasana. Upasana is Vibhuti Upasana. Vibhuti Upasana is, it is said in Geetha that this Bhagwan's expression, I have no second doubt, I'll just take it as Bhagwan only. That's it. Okay, I realize. Then that Vibhuti whose Upasana done, if you are intense in that, it will disappear and in its presence, it will even reveal to us the Saguna Sakar Narayana or Nirakara Parabrahma, our Vibhuti sadhana, if the serious sincere, in that way, Bhagavad Darshana, Bhagavad Tanavati, for both of that it will lead. But it is in our hands. How deeper samvega, how deeply, intensely, regularly, at the cost of everything else we do. विभूतियों को उपासना से भगवान का साक्षात्कार होता है, बस इसको इतना समझ लेना. And why are you telling sir pradhanyatah kurushreshta? Because na asti antha vistarasya me. You have asked vistarena atmena yogam, but there is no end to my vistara expression. पहले बता रहा हूं मैं, इसलिए only pradhanyata I am telling. That's enough for you to do practice. It's all your practice. Once you get the knack of practicing through them, the presence of me, thereafter everything for you is my own presence. That the whole Vishwa is this Vibhuti. So hantate kadayishyami divyahi atmavibhutayah pradhanyata. Hey Guru Shrestha na asti antaha vistarasya me vistarasya anta nasti. Having said so, now from this verse number 20 onward, Bhagavan starts telling the Vibhuti. In the first sloka, first Vibhuti is the ultimate. वो करो तो बाकी की जरूरत ही नहीं है. नहीं कर पाया तो second one. ये दोनों भी काफी अपने आप में for giving us liberation. Those who cannot do these two for various reasons, then the remaining 71 Vibhutis are told by the Lord for an ignorant person, for the one who cannot become subtle to understand and practice the Lord's Vibhuti in a subtle manner, which is indicated here. So what Bhagavan says, let us chant 20, 21, 22, 23. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 श्लोकास we'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 हो जाएगा. डेली 5 श्लोक कर देने से ना हमको 5 दिन में हो जाएगा ये. Okay, because only have to enumerate you the Vibhutis, that is enough. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. अथ दशमोऽध्यायः विभूतियोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच अथ विंशति एकविंशति द्वाविंशति त्रयोविंशति चतुर्विंशतितमौ श्लोकौ. Let us start from 20th onwards. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashayastitah Ahamadishcha Madhyancha Bhutanam Anta Evacha Adityanam Aham Vishnuh Jyotisham Raviram Shuman Marichir Marutamasmi Nakshatranamaham Shashi Vedanam Samavedosmi Devanamasmi Vasavah Indriyanam Manaschasmi Bhutanamasmi Chetana Rudranam Shankarashasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Meruh Shikarinamaham Purodasam cha Mukhyam Mam Vidhi Partha Bruhaspatim Senaninamaham Skandha Sarasamasmi Sagarah Maharshinaam Bhraguraham Giramaks Yajnanam Japayajnosmi Sthavaranaam Himalaya. किसका हिम्मत औजार होगा ना? Other than God to say that all these are my own vibhutis. You and I cannot even imagine it. Okay. काउंट आप कर लेना कितने होंगे या वन ऑफ द डेज लास्ट डेज वी कैन जस्ट एन्यूमरेट वन बाय वन. First one, hey Gudakesha, hey Arjuna, wake up from lethargy, slumber, sleepiness, stuporness. What is the lethargy in which we are sleeping now? We are sleeping to the presence of the God, and we are awakened to the presence of the world which is unreal. You know, in second chapter, Yuvisa, Yanisha Sarvabhutanam, Tasyam Jagarti Samyami, Yasyam Jagarti Bhutani, Sa Nisha Pashato Munehe. So that Paramatma Tattva to which all ordinary people are sleeping, to that the Jnani gets awakened. So to the world of multiplicity, which is created out of delusion, to which all the ordinary people are awakened, to that the Jnani is sleeping. Second chapter. Sarvabhutanam yanisha samyami tasyam jagarti. Yasyam bhutan jagarti sa pashato munehe nisha. In that way we have seen. Here also, hey Gudakesha, hey Arjuna, wake up. Gudaka is Nidra. Gudakesha, wake up from the Nidra. Now I am telling you with alertness, listen and grasp my vibhutis and practice so much. There's nothing to add or delete in the vibhuti. ये विभूति है भगवान को, उसको प्रैक्टिस करके हमारे मन से कि ये एन ऑब्जेक्ट है अदर देन द गॉड, दैट नोशन शुड बी डिलीटेड, इट शुड बी रिप्लेस्ड दैट द गॉड अलोन इज इन दिस फॉर्म. To that you awaken. Therefore, a Gudakaya Isha. So earlier also Arjuna was Gudakesha. Therefore, he could deserve Lord Krishna to be charioteer as well as Guru to teach him Gita. That's all Arjuna's glories, greatness that is shown through them. But now, special Gudakesha is what? Now I am opening to you my own presence or the Vibhutis. There's a very subtle secret. See, it is read by hundreds of people that these are Bhagavan's Vibhutis. But how many of them practice and really get a benefit out of it? Very few. That's what is the power and the secrecy of Bhagavan's teachings. लगता है कि सब पढ़ा दे हमको, लेकिन दिमाग पे जाएगा नहीं क्योंकि we are not his devotee, we are not sincere. 10 times we may read, but if we are not sincere, we are not devotee, we are not sadhaka, the essence of purport of that will not come to us. Like Gita, we are listening from 280 days. But if we don't have love, devotion for Gita, then the message of Gita won't be received by us. So here Gudaka ऐसा means stupor, slumber, sleepiness छोड़कर मैं जो विभूति आप बता रहा हूँ मेरे उनको ध्यान से सुनकर उसका यथातथ अभ्यास करो. Till in your mind it is fixed, imprinted that this is Bhagavan, that's it. Why? Authority is Bhagavan himself. Second is all Shastras, Upanishads say the whole universe is Bhagavan only. We say this sentence so superfluously and drop it. Thereafter, we take the world as real other than the God and create our likes, dislikes in the world and get entangled and make others also suffer. That's what we are living so far. So, Gudakesha is the word important. Hey, Gudakesha. Now I am telling you my first vibhuti. What is that? Aham Atma. I am the self. Yeah, we all know that Paramatma. Not only that, Sarva Bhuta Ashaya in all the beings. Ashaya means the Hridaya Ashaya or Hridaya Akasha, the space of the heart in the lotus type of space of the heart. Lotus like heart in that space, that's called as Hridaya Akasha. In that Sarva Bhuta Ashaya Kaha idhar I am Stitaha as an Atma. Sarva Bhuta Ashaya Stitaha Atma Aham. This is my first vibhuti. Yesterday I told you I have a body. Yeah. Inside that there is a prana. Yeah. Inside that there is a mind. Inside there is a buddhi. In the buddhi there is continuously knowing is happening. How knowing is happening? Through each of the faculty. Then who is the knower knowing through these faculties? Is pure consciousness. So that as a pure consciousness, the real self, I am there in every being. Sarvabhuta Ashaya Sthita, this Chaitanya Sarupa, Satta Sarupa, Atma Aham is my first vibhuti. In fact, that is enough. If you practice that and discard everything else, then you have reached your goal. So that is why Bhagavan says here, the first one, and this is enough. Mm. 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 So aham atma gudakesha sarvabhutashaya sthitah. And actually not to get lost in the identity of the body and all, and suffering in the world. Right from morning that we get up, first thing we have to do is our Atma Chintanam, Atma Dhyanam, Atma Smarana. Then, as a self behind the music going on Tampura, outside you play the different roles depending on the requirement. And any problem comes, come back to your original state that you are the self. So, therefore, the Vibhuti of Bhagavan's first Vibhuti is to discover him in the hearts of everyone as the existing self. First, discover in oneself. Like I am there. So I am there, speaker, talker, listener, and all. But all of them are inside happening because of the consciousness present. That Atma Chaitanya, the conscious self, is the first Vibhuti of that. Therefore, I have to recognize it and keep on maintaining the thought inside me. That becomes the Atma Vibhuti ka. Bhagavan's first Vibhuti called as Atma in our heart, uska upasana. So too, anybody we are seeing. So there is a person. You can see man and woman, whoever. Then in them there is a culture, tradition, training, their mentality, their expression, their behavior, their talent, their professions. ये सबका हमको कोई संबंध नहीं है. हमको किसी संबंध है उनके हृदय में जो आत्मा रूप में भगवान है. Of him we have to do the smarana. Of him we have to do the chintana. So regarding the Atma as Bhagavan's Vibhuti, doing the Chintana of the presence of that Atma becomes a Upasana of that Vibhuti. So Bhagavan का पहला विभूति क्या है? In everybody's heart, Bhagavan is there as the self. Therefore, of this first Vibhuti of the Lord called as the self, what Upasana we have to do? But go on meditating on that. Go in ourselves, do meditation. In others, do the Upasana. Upasana means considering that in that being, whether it's doctor or lawyer or engineer, they're all professional identities. Man or woman, they're physical identities. Indian or American, there's nationality. Black and white depend on the skin. I am not saying that. In the heart of him, that God who is there, my drushti is on that. If you that way remember again and again, anybody comes, you are seeing the God in the heart of them. Your Vibhuti Upasana of the first Vibhuti, that I am the Atma in the Sarva Hridaya, it is done by us. अहमात्मा गुडाकेश सर्वभूताशय स्थितः. So सर्वभूत मैंने कहा not only human beings, every living being. सर्वभूत भगवान ने कहा. आशय means अंतःकरण, स्थिता means stationed there as the knower, as a consciousness. So when you see the animal, plant, any of the birds, whichever are there, all of them are alive. And all of them have in their heart the self, the God, Paramatma, Atma. That is Paramatma ka pehla vibhuti. So when you see a dog or cat, the dog and cat is a body. But behind the dog and cat, the dog and cat is an individuality is there. That individuality depends on the dog jiva samskara. But who is expressing through that samskara is that again Bhagavan only. Sarvabhuta Ashayasthita. Minus the Bhagavan in the heart of anyone, that person cannot exist only. That's called Atma. Atma means that because of which the thing is there, that which is not there, it is not there. Like the burning power is the Atma of the fire. Because if the burning power is not there, you can't call it as fire. It can be a cinema fire or picture fire, not the original fire. Like in the theater, there is a fire going on, it won't burn the screen. You won't go and pour water on the screen. It's only a picture projected. But if you say the real fire, it has to have its own burning power. That burning power is called as Atma of the fire. It's also called as Dharma. So clear? Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashaya Sthita means what? In every being, there is an individual expression outside with the variety of body, etc. But who is expressing through that expressions? That is called as its Atma. And in the form of that Atma, in all the beings, I am there, is my first vibhuti. And that Atma, which is common in every one of us, expresses through our own nature, then we behave differently. And in my nature, when I identify with each of the upadhi, I am at different levels functioning. वो बात की बात होती है. But like electricity is one in Indian, American, German, France, हर जगह बिजली एक ही है. But in each of the equipment then its expressions, it allows that equipment to function in that way. Same way in all beings living, जरा युज अंडज स्वेदज उद्विज आत्मा के रूप में एक ही भगवान है. But that Atma, depending on the medium of expression called that individual's nature, he appears to be different. Think about it more and more. So this is the first Vibhuti. Hey, Gudakesha, Sarvabhutashesta Atma Aham. Upasana क्या है? Remembering yourself again and again, meditating yourself again and again, that self is called as first Vibhuti, Upasana. विभूतियों का उपासना करने से फायदा होता है. Upasana is repeatedly 100,000 times telling to us that this is Bhagavan, this is Bhagavan, this is Bhagavan, this is Bhagavan. This is first Vibhuti. One more we'll see today. That should be enough. Second is Bhutanam, again for all the beings, Aham, me, Adihi, Madhyam, Antaha, Evacha. Adi means I am the cause from where all the beings are coming. Madhya means I am supporting them from below, in between when they are surviving. Antaha, when they dissolve, they enter into me only. That is my second vibhuti. Where I am supporting the things to come out of me, stay in me, go back into me. Like all waves are born in the ocean, stay in the ocean, go back into the ocean. All pots are born in the mud, stay in the mud, go back into the mud. So that way, the cause of the creation is second vibhuti of God. It's a vibhuti only. The real God में ना creation है ना कोई है. He is alone there as himself. To reach to that Lord, we are doing the vibhuti upasana. In that the highest vibhutis are told in the first two. One is I am the self in all the hridayas. Second one is what? I am the one from whom the creation of being, standing as sustenance of the being, and conclusion or ending of the being is happening. Aham adi cha, beginning. Madhyam cha, in the center. Anta eva cha, I am only at the end of them. When they dissolve in me only. That is called my second vibhuti. I give an example of ocean. The ocean is the Adi of the waves because they are born in the wave. Madhya of the wave because wave is separated by the ocean only in between. Antaha when the wave dissolves. It dissolves into the ocean only. In that way. Think about it. Bhutanam and the waves. Then Adityanam Aham Vishnu. All these beautiful vibhutis. We try to study tomorrow only. आज इतना काफी है. सर्वम कृष्णार्पणम ओम. शांति शांति शांति. अहम आत्मा गुडाकेश सर्वभूताशय स्थितः. अहम आदिश्च मध्यञ्च भूतानाम अंत एव च. This is the second vibhuti of the Lord. What is second vibhuti? He is becoming as a cause for the everything to come out, stay, and go back into. Like the ornaments come from the cause gold, stay in the gold, and go back into. So that becoming the cause of ornaments, is it not that becoming the cause of ornaments called as is called the vibhuti of the gold. So to here the becoming the cause of whole world is the vibhuti. Otherwise, there is no world other than him. He alone is there. When you look from the world standpoint, the whole world is nothing but Bhagavan's generally vibhuti. Bhutanam adi madhya anta, I am the only one. Think, thoda sa think karo, idea aa jayega. Okay, we'll stop today. We'll take up some 7, 8, 10. Because the first two vibhutis are highly spiritual, therefore I took little time to explain it. Tomorrow onwards, फटाफट बोलते जाएंगे तो आपको जल्दी पता चलेगा. Maybe 2 minutes, 1 minute. Now we'll stop Geetha here. We come to our the common sense thought today. In the common sense thought today, the mind's mischief topic. Okay, is what we do is this stupid mind, its mischief. What is it? When the mind is exposed through senses into the world and perceives whether objects, whether the people, whether the happenings, situations, variety of experiences, the stupid mind to immediately gets affected and influenced, colored by it. That is a parama bhayankara weakness of the mind because of which only we are destroyed. The mind's weakness of getting carried away by the things which is seeing, beings it is seeing, experiences it is gaining, or situations it is seeing. Getting carried away, getting lost in it. In giving truth to that, in giving reality to that. Is it not? And that's how when our friends etc. they tell us, बेटा चल आज गीता क्लास नहीं करना, चल घूमने जाते हैं. So innocent our mind. हाँ ठीक है यार, स्वामी तो जिंदा रहेंगे, कल भी बोलेंगे सुनेंगे, या नहीं तो ऑनलाइन में ऑफलाइन में देखेंगे. So let us go. So who went with the friend when the friend called you? This weak mind carried away. In this way, from one place to the other, mind is carried away continuously. Such a weakness of mind getting influenced. This is the problem. Mischief of the mind. Then what is the solution? Bring the intellect. And any body is there around, any object is there, any experience situation. बस उसको analyze करो अपने बुद्धि से. When you use the buddhi to analyze, no, 90% what we come to know is we don't need to involve only in that. With the mind, forget about identification or attachment or getting lost. No, नहीं, जरूरत ही नहीं है, पता चलता है. If you are really keen, you understood? Like so many programs in the TV we see, news reading we do, talk various topics to the people, है ना, फ्रेंड्स वगैरह. उसमें से आप 90% देख लो कि they have nothing to do with your life, with your profession, with your progress. It's meaningless it is. All the news meaningless. Like Uganda में कुछ हो रहा है. No, on the name of information I know while watching TV and all. But उसका क्या संबंध है तुमको? Are you in Uganda? Is that place near you? No. But why do you know? And when you look at it, some emotion comes of which you have no control. I'm telling you the fact. Other than what is required for our spiritual goal, other than what is required for our professional worldly goal, other than what is required for our dharma, every extra information is extra burden. It's everywhere. In the house, other than what is required is the extra burden. In the life's activities, in the number of people we have in company, जरूरत से ज़्यादा जो भी है वो तो extra है. Even the money, more money than required is unnecessary accounting of it. हम बैंक में डाल दी, बैंक वाला उसका मजा उड़ा रहे, इधर उधर लोन में देकर, they are enjoying our money. Some people they put 1,000 crores in the mind, they die only, they put in the bank. They don't even go to bank even once. 90% things will be known that they are not required. Even the remain 10%, may what way of my response required, how long? Then withdraw from it after that. This way, intellect, when it is brought and protecting the mind from not getting carried away by anything, anybody. Like I told you, the friend told you, chalo yaar chalte hain. So the information came to you, he is genuine. He doesn't know there's a Geetha class going on, the value of Geetha. He's innocent. He just loves you, want you to come. But you have to have your dimag. This is a class, always is waiting for us. He's out of love, teaching us every day Geetha, I must listen. So with this buddhi, you tell the mind, to that person, if I Jarur, I want to come with you, but after my Geetha class, why don't you also listen? Otherwise, you're getting carried away. And listening to Geetha class is not getting carried away because this is for your evolution. This is for your knowledge. Whichever is helps for our evolution, it is not getting carried away. That which is maintaining your lower level and getting you caught up in the world and making you take wrong decisions, that is getting carried away. So the beings, so to the things when we see, inherently influenced by it. And you get attracted, और ये चाहिए मुझे. You go for it, deciding. अरे थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ. Is it required for you? है ना? Mother, father think it's not required because they don't have money. Whether you have money or not. But you should know whether it is required for your life, your dharma, your profession, your spirituality. Otherwise, kick that object away. Don't get influenced by its presence. Most important thing is situations. The around happening situations, experiences, somebody loves you, somebody hates you, somebody cheats you, somebody troubles you, somebody makes use of you. तो हर एक जगह पे there's a mind to getting carried away. स्वामी जी उन्होंने मेरे को धोखा दिया. अरे गधा, तू गया क्यों उधर धोखे खाने का? Why did you go there? You will be cheated anywhere when you go where you are not required. They have to let the intellect come. Never mind, it's okay. I'm dropping that situation. It's not in my control. So in their mind's mischief of sentimentally, emotionally getting carried away by the things and the beings and situations and happenings and experiences. And thus we are always mental. Use the intellect and take these three parameters, whether thing or being or situation, anything. How much it is helping me in my dharma, in my profession, in my serving the world parents, in my sadhana. उसको उतना ही वैल्यू देता हूँ मैं, ज़्यादा नहीं. In that way, bring the intellect and don't allow the mind to get influenced or carried away by anything. Main influence is what? When somebody does something, you create anger, you create the hatred, you created that badla lene ka attitude. These are all the mind's reactions to the happenings. So it is getting carried away in situation. The intellect should come and say, यार ये तो और प्रारब्ध था इसलिए हुआ और इसमें से क्या लेसन फ्यूचर के लिए सीखना है सीख लो and drop the situation and everything. In this way, when the intellect guides the mind calls out what's required, drops the remaining, it is not carried away, it is not destroyed. अदरवाइज कुछ भी देखो हम कैरिड हो जाते हैं, अपना दिमाग ही नहीं लगाते क्योंकि हिच नहीं, हाइक नहीं मतलब ताला बंद है अकल का, खोलो. So that is today's our common sense thought. I'll stop here. Let us do our fifth or sixth shloka of Mata Saraswati. It's a big one. So it is called, we are doing Saraswati Stotram, one shloka every day. 5 shlokas we have learned in last 5 days. Today is the sixth shloka. Okay, in there, here Vande Tam Parameshwarim. To that Parama Ishwari, the Supreme Controller, Mother Saraswati, I am saluting. So who is she? All her glory, greatness are described. Basing on that, we have to develop devotion or develop concentration. Sometimes the form is given for the concentration. The karuna, greatness of the mother is given for our devotion. The knowledge of the mother or God is given for our meditation. Knowledge is given for meditation. The qualities, gunas, karuna is given for our prayers and devotion. And the rupa is given for our concentration. So concentration, devotion, meditation. Concentration forms के लिए, तो forms को concentration से उसका ध्यान करके उसका फायदा उठाना है. When the qualities of the God is given, become devotional. When the knowledge is given, get meditation. Do meditation of that knowledge. Okay, now first, Shuklam. Mother is Shukla Varna. Very whitish in her color and dress, and by her nature, she is Shukla Shuddha Sattva-guni. So one. Second is Brahma Vichara Sara Paramam. She is the supreme essence of all the Vedic knowledge. That is Paramatma. Brahma is Vedas. Brahma Vicharam is the knowledge of the Vedas. Sara is the essence. Paramam is absolute. Supreme. Supreme essence of all the Upanishads is that greatest truth or reality, that is our Mother Saraswati. Third, Jagat Vyapinim. There is no place in the Jagat where she is not permeating as the self, as the goddess. Then Veena Pustaka Dharinim. When we want to meditate on one form to concentrate our mind, to having the mother's form as in this way, who is having Veena and Pustaka in her hands. Veena Pustaka Dharinim. And in another hand, what is she doing? Abhayadam. She is lifting the hand to give the Abhay Pradhana, that I am there to bless you. Any god in any temple, you see the hand like this, he is blessing. So I am there with you, don't worry, relaxed. So Shuklam, pure, whitish, Shuddha Satuguna, Brahma Vichara Sara Paramam, the supreme essence of all the Vedantic knowledge. Shuklam, Brahma Vichara Sara Paramam. Then Adyam, the primordial from whom the whole world has come. Jagat Vyapanima, she is the one who is permeating the whole world. Fifth one, Veena Pustaka Dharinim, having Veena and Pustaka in the hand. Sixth one is Abhayadam, showing the hand like this and showing the Abhaya. Seventh one is Jadya Andhakara Apaham, the laziness and darkness. She is the one who removes us by giving the knowledge. हमारे अंदर का जड़ता को अंधकार को फेंक देने वाली, निकाल देने वाली. This is the seventh guna. Then Haste Spatika Malikam cha Dadatim. In her fourth hand, she has got the mala of the crystals. So one hand crystal mala, another hand Moina, another hand Pustaka, fourth one is showing the Abhaya Mudra. That is what is Mother Saraswati. Shuklam, Adyam, then Veena, Pustakadharinim, Abhayadam. Then she is giving that blessings here. You can see. Haste Spatika Malikam Dadatim, seated in Padmasana Samsthitam. On the lotus she is seated. Then Vandetam. To that mother I salute. Paramaishwarim, supreme controller of everything. Bhagavatim, she is a divine expression. Buddhi Pradam, giver of the knowledge or the Buddhi. Sharadam, for which, with which she will give Shanti and Raksha, protection and happiness and peace. सो शांति रक्षा देने वाली, बुद्धि देने वाली, जड़ता का अंधकार को निकालने वाली माता सरस्वती, सरस्वती who has got all these expressions. To her I am devotedly, with so much of bhakti prema, I am chanting this mantra and remembering and doing upasana prayer to her, namaskar to her. May she bless me in that. Okay, let us chant this. Om Sri Saraswati Mato Anugrahena उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवद भागवत दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृते पुनर्तान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्वशांति कल्याण एकदा प्राप्त्यर्थमस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निश्चितानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम समस्त युवानामपि संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम तेषां हृदये परमात्मानं प्रति देश प्रति धर्मं प्रति सनातनं प्रति शास्त्राणां प्रति गुरूणां प्रति माता पितृ प्रति भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा दिव्य जीवन द्वारा जीवन साफल्यार्थम च श्री सरस्वती स्तोत्रांतर्गत श्री सरस्वती मातुः श्लोकस्य जपं पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. फटाफट 6. शुक्लां ब्रह्म विचारसार परमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीं अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीं अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीं अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीं अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीं अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीं अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां. Friends, why not chant such beautiful mantras and divinize the mind, the heart, the intellect, the senses, the body, the atmosphere, weather, सारा डिवाइन होएगा. दिन भर इसी में रहना चाहिए. Do it for a few years, the whole negativities go away, all divinity comes to us. Let us try that and see the glory of our saints and sages, how they recognize the presence of divinity and how they give us the idea and guidance how to invoke the divine grace through these stotras, through these mantras, and see the flow of that chanting. है ना. शुक्लां ब्रह्म विचारसार वरमाम आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीं अभेदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां. What a beautiful is that. Which is the language which has got such a flow of the words, such a beauty of the meanings, such a divinity to be invoked. Born in such a wonderful Sanatana Dharma, not getting the benefit out of it through these things. Alas, we are self-created unfortunate fellows. What else I can do? I expect from you not to do that. Be regular in chanting mantras. Divinize yourself. Not only you sort out your problems, you become a helping hand for others. Problem solution also. and Geetha Jnana also should help you. Okay, now this is our shloka. Then we have seen our common sense thought. Let not the mind be carried away for anything happening around. Let the intellect come and think and decide and tell us what response we have to do so that we are safe and steady on our main path of spiritual goal and worldly service, professional goal, and doing our dharma. Then in our Bhagavad Gita, we have seen the first two very important vibhutis of the Lord. Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarabhutashe Stitaha. Second, Aham Adishya Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Antayeva. So contemplate karo. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Tomorrow we'll see some 15-20 vibhutis. ऐसे 20 या 15 करें तो in 7 days we can do. 75 are there or 71, 72. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांतिमाप्नुयात् शांतो मुच्यते मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत सद्गमया सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय गीता माता की जय वेदव्यास भगवान की जय सद्गुरु परंपरा की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय आज के आनंद की जय सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद Yeah, thank you. God bless.